from Sales. I'm a research director from INRA in France, and I'm involved in the WHEALBI project. Within the WHEALBI project, our objective was to study the evolution of wheat. Wheat derived from a complex history during the last 500,000 years of evolution. And in WHEALBI, we compared the genome sequence, the genes between wheat varieties, and comparing the genes, the sequences, we were able to reconstruct the evolutionary history and to really understand deeply in details how the modern bread wheat have been shaped during 500,000 years of evolution.
My name's Joanne Russell and I'm a barley geneticist, and I'm part of the WHEALBI EU project, one of the work package leaders. And my role in the project was to be involved in sequencing almost all of the genes in the barley genome across a wide range of different accessions. And these accessions come from the Fertile Crescent along the Mediterranean basin and up through into mainland Europe and as far north as some of the Scandinavian countries. This is a fantastic resource which has been used by other partners in the WHEALBI project, and it's a resource that's going to be publicly available for everybody in the international community for both barley and wheat to use and exploit to develop new lines for breeding.
The WHEALBI project has also an activity dedicated to the phenotyping of wheat under drought conditions. We have here a field experiment made in the south of Israel where we test about 300 different wheat accessions with a great genetic variability for the adaptation to this very specific and unique condition. And looking to the field trials, you clearly see that different cultivars perform very different under the same condition, and we expect to find some of them more adapted to this situation than others.
Thierry Marcel, I am working at Biogère in Rhin, France, in the laboratory of phytopathology. We are working on wheat diseases, fungal diseases, so mostly rusts, yellow rust, brown rusts, and septoria. So here you can see a beautiful example of stripe rust, which is also called yellow rust. So you can see the color of the fungus is yellow, orange, and it's making beautiful stripes on the leaves. So yeah, it's an important disease of wheat.
Hi, I'm Nathan Morris. I'm from NIAB in the United Kingdom, and I'm Work Package 7 leader looking at the agronomy trials of the WHEALBI, or a subset of WHEALBI lines, looking at the performance under different tillage and input systems in both conventional and organic husbandry conditions to see which ones may be more suited to work in lower input systems.
Hello, my name is Daniela Bustos and I'm a PhD student at Wageningen University. I'm doing my PhD as part of this project, and I'm working in the integration between molecular data and field data. So we're working in statistical analysis, and the idea is to try to find out what is driving the different adaptation of the genotypes to the environmental conditions, and hopefully identify some interesting QTLs or some interesting genes that are responsible for this adaptation, so that those tools can be used for selection, in this case for good yield in dry environments, for example, that can be useful in a breeding program.
Yeah, my name is Jakob Lage. I'm the head of wheat pre-breeding at KWS, and we are one of the companies that are part of this WHEALBI EU-funded project. Interested in this project is that we're screening a lot of genetic resources, both in wheat and barley, that we could potentially want to use in our pre-breeding activities, looking ahead into the future at the next 10, 20, 30 years. How is the climate going to change in Europe? How are we going to be able to leverage some of the genetic diversity we're seeing in this set and using in our pre-breeding. Pre-breeding is a very long-term activity, so we are looking at what's going to happen 10, 20, 30 years ahead. So making crosses with some exotic material like this is for us something normal to do. We just need the results from this project to tell us which of all this material would be most beneficial for us to use.
meet up, and there's lots of people from lots of different countries who are doing similar things to you, and things that you often don't find out about, and it's really good for knowledge transfer and making contacts. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic opportunity.
Yes, I think so, because it put together a lot of different institutes and private sector, so it's quite interesting because you have different ideas and tools available and methodology, and you learn a lot.
Très bien. Alors, quand on est nouveau, je pense qu'il nous faut beaucoup de connaissances pour être breeder, donc c'est vraiment intéressant et essentiel pour qu'on vienne assister à ces réunions-là. Et puis en tant que breeder, des fois on est un peu déconnecté du pré-breeding, donc là c'est l'occasion aussi d'apprendre, de voir les nouvelles techniques, de voir ce que les recherches, comment les recherches avancent, et je pense que c'est une belle occasion pour nous, on doit venir.